Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. Today we have here the Skoda Enyaq IV80 and the Id.4 for Volkswagen first edition. Yeah, both have the same battery, same motor, same software, just different interface, different skin if you want to say that, and I want to compare them a bit. So we'll look at it in detail because there are many differences. Let's look at the seat position first. I have the seat in my position all the way down and I have so much headroom, and this is also great. They both can adjust the steering wheel in the same position. They both have memory seats, electric seats, it's the same thing. And the seats are the same and they feel very good, and there's so much space, and they're also very comfortable armrests on both sides. The middle one is softer than the one in the door, but still fine. And let's look at the rear seats. Here in the rear seat, what do we have? The headrest has to be up way more. Headroom is like this, so that's okay. A lot of leg room here, and I can put my feet under the seats in front. And if I use the armrest, it's also nice and comfortable. In the Id.4, the steering wheel is different because it's not to my position, but headroom, I have to say, it's maybe a tiny bit more, but not a lot. But this has the panoramic roof. This Skoda Enyaq doesn't have that. Armrests is the same. The middle one is very soft, but you can adjust the middle one, of course. You can do that in the Enyaq. The seats, these are the half sport seats, and it's the same. The difference is that the Enyaq has kind of a leather that is very cold in the winter in the beginning before you turn on the seat heater. And this one is only vegan leather here on the side. In the middle it's fabric. Look at the rear seats. How much different space do we have here? Again, headrest has to go up. Goes a bit harder. I have way less headroom here. I'm almost touching. Yes, there's less space here. Leg room is the same, and again I can put my feet under the front seat, and if I put the armrests down, it's still comfortable. I'm still fine. It's still good. 180 centimeters, 6 feet tall. So now here we have the Enyaq trunk. We have a second floor here. We have this little cover that you put in. Id.4 doesn't have that. It has it in the trunk door. We have one light here on the left. We have a button to get the headrests down, and we have a 12-volt outlet, the same as in Id.4. And then of course the tow hook. Everything's here. In the Id.4 we also have the second floor here and the side pockets. Here we have two lights, one on the left, one on the right. Looks great. Why does this thing look crooked? It looks crooked there. And of course we have that cover attached to the trunk door. I find that better, but overall it's the same space. What's different in the Enyaq, this ambient light here, it doesn't matter what color you put it in. When you open the door, and it's an all four doors, it goes to red. So if you open this on the road and a car comes, they can see the red here. That's a great idea. Let's go to the light switches. In the Enyaq, it's here on the left, and it's again a switch, not a real button. And you have the fog lights, the rear fog lights, and the normal light control. And if you want defrosting of front or rear, that's here in the middle console. In the Id.4, all of those controls are here in one spot. The same thing, your light mode, front and rear fog lights, and down here. Oh, we even have front heated windshield here. What you do not have in the Enyaq is the ID light if you need that. That's the light that shows charging or navigation or messages and stuff. You don't have that. What you get in the Enyaq though is those pedal shifters when you are in D. So not in brake mode, in D, then you get different levels of regen. Instrument cluster in the Enyaq is here attached to the front, and it feels a bit farther away. In the Id.4, it's attached to your steering wheel, and it's way closer. Even though this is the same size, it feels bigger. Cruise control is done here, down on a special stalk here on the side. You press on the side to set. Up and down is 10 kilometers more or less. And if you push it towards you when you are in cruise control, then you get one more, but you don't get one less. What you can do with the button up here is change the distance, and this in minus and plus. And your travel assist, where the car steers itself, is here. In the Id.4, your cruise control is here. You have plus and minus for your speed, and when you press long, it's 10 kilometers an hour. If you press light, it's 1 kilometers an hour. And your travel assist would be down here if you have it. Distance for the cruise control can only be done here in the middle, and it's always going up, and so you have to press 4 times if you want to decrease your distance. The Enyaq has a special pocket down here for a bit more space, and your gear change is not on the steering wheel, it's here in the middle, and you don't have park. You just put in your parking brake, and then it engages park automatically. And this button is a bit clunky, but it's okay. In the Id.4 you do not have an extra pocket down here, but this middle space is a bit more. And your gear selector is here, and you don't have a parking brake button, because when you put it into parking brake engages automatically. The infotainment system is a bit different. It has the same functions, but done in a different way. For example, your seat heater and your temperature is not a button down here, which in the Id.4 is not illuminated. Here it's on the touch screen, and it's done a bit better, so you don't have to go into climate. Also it shows where the street that you are right now, that you see that. And you have the steering wheel heating button here, and you can see it up there where it says AC off. Then you can see that the steering wheel heater is on. In the Id.4 you only have this, and if you want to increase your temperature, you do that here. And you can turn on the seat heater as well if you press double, but it doesn't always work. Now it did. But normally you go in here, and for your steering wheel heater you have to go in here. The instrument cluster overall is very straight, not angled towards the driver, and it seems to be extremely big even though it's the same size. The phone holder here, if you have wireless charging, that's fine for 2 phones. If you use cable, it's not that easy to plug in here. There's not a lot of room, and then you have this cable in there unless you buy a very short USB-C cable. In the Id.4, your 2 USB-Cs are here, and here's your phone charger, wireless, but it's only 1 phone. In Skoda Enyaq it's more. And here the screen is a bit angled towards me, and that's very nice. In the Enyaq, to turn off lane assist, you need 1 button more. In the Id.4 you have assist and then turn off. Here you have to press set, and then you get to the assist systems, and then you have to select lane assist and then off. So it's 1 button more. What I noticed in the Enyaq is that the blinker is very loud, and the welcome sound when you get into the car is louder. In the Enyaq you get these nice sunshades here. In the Id.4 they're darkened, so you cannot choose if you want to have dark windows or not. And in the Enyaq, Android Auto looks a bit different. So the music, this time Spotify, is here on the right with the controls, and even a little the album cover. In the Id.4 it's down here, and you only have the controls, you don't have the album cover. And of course the Enyaq doesn't have the head-up display. Id.4 has head-up display and even augmented reality. When it comes to driving, both cars are extremely similar. Of course, it's the same platform, so they feel as comfortable. The power distribution is the same. The only thing I noticed, when you go out of corners and you want to give a bit more power, the Enyaq, it's ESP, so where the motor, the power of the motor is being reduced, so there's no slipping around, comes in earlier and very strong. So the setting for this car is a bit more conservative. I don't know if it's about the car or if Skoda changed that, or I don't know. I haven't driven also an Id.4 in a while, and not with winter tires, so I wouldn't know. But when I drove it in the summer, I didn't feel anything that I couldn't accelerate out of the corner. But that's not a big thing. But they're both great cars. We're gonna do a little consumption test now. Still charge it full, it's still 20 minutes or so. Battery was cold. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.